17 neighbors of mine that have filled up their.
I'm pretty sure did the right thing and asked and told them ahead of time before any of this. So,
James, if you can give your name and your address and tell us what you're here for.
I'm James Lovelace. I reside at 1210 Wall Road, Western New York. I'm looking to just have a basic fill permit, maybe not so basic, because I'm looking to have approximately 1,800 cubic yards added. I came up with this number with my father. He works for the Brighton Highway Department. He's in charge of the Parks and Rec, the trees. So he kind of knows maybe a little something, maybe not. Other than that, it's basically what I'm looking to have done. My yard's currently from the back of my house to about 100 feet out. It drops off to 6 feet at the most, and then back up at 6 feet with that. I don't mind the variation change, throughout the yard, around about almost 3 acres, 2.97. I don't mind that part. It's just where the space I'd like to use the yard, I like it to be flat. I just want to go with the town because I know that there's possible drainage, maybe issues, or just want to make sure everything was addressed before I just brought in fill. This all started way back when I dealt with Mr. Jeff Benway. I approached him and asked him for a fill permit. He just basically told me I needed to come up with a print, which hopefully you have, and where the areas I was looking to have filled. He had come out and asked for a $50 deposit for the fill, which I was told got lost throughout the whole transaction of things. I was told he no longer works here. So then
Was this a check?
it was a check, yeah.
Did it clear?
I believe so. I would assume so. I mean, this was back in, 2 years ago.
Okay.
I owned the home for 5, so this was pretty short time after I owned the home. I'd like to have it filled in. But other than that, I tried to follow up on this throughout the whole time. I kind of let it go for a while, and was waiting to receive a permit before I started bringing in truckloads of dirt. I just didn't think his word was the right thing to do, just to start bringing in dirt. So I waited, and then called again and said, I works here. Was told there was a different process now. Going through, I guess, the process I was told through Tom Corbett. He was the person who had come out and checked it out, as well as Joe Herbalist, I believe his name was. Herbst, yeah. They both had come out and checked it out just to see, have eyes on it, walk the land. They both told me that there was not any problems that they could see. So I just want to make sure that that's all good.
Where's the fill coming in from?
That's obviously I'd like to offer the town the first option, goes for the town of Webster to dump it if they have anything first. The next thing, I've received word from Richelli Construction, has quite a bit of fill and is willing to work with me to move the dirt for me on top of that. So I haven't approved any of these companies yet because I'm waiting for the fill permit. I don't know if you need that first or after. I mean, if you guys have the fill, I would like to just give it all to you guys.
Yeah, I just would like to make sure that it's not contaminated.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
Runoff reasons.
Yep. No, it would just be concrete and subsoil, and then of course topsoil at the end on top of that. And also maybe the only other issue I maybe have is there's a non-working well on the property. I was told that it used to work. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I'd like to. I have a proposal to bring up the well to use it in the future. So basically, adding some sort of culvert or something to extend it, bring in the fill, and then just have obviously an appropriate top that's safe and to leave it, for.
Is the well in the area you're going to fill?
Yes, it's actually dead middle of the area. Yep.
And that's probably where the area is left low.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yep. My house was built in 1863, so I had the cistern and the evidence of it used to working, and obviously all the draining going to my house. That no longer works on our public water and sewer as of now. So I just like to bring back the old history of the home, basically. Build something that looks a little bit better than what's there in the future.
answer John's question about how the town monitors a project of this nature. The fill permit is only good for a 6-month period. We do ask that the homeowner periodically give us a call so that we can come out and inspect at certain points throughout the duration of the work.
Do you do any testing of any kind or require that the homeowner show that the clean, just clean fill, not contaminated?
We do not do any in-house testing.
And we don't require that.
No, not really, no.
Assuming, because I would imagine Bill and Newberry would know 1,800 yards makes sense for what you're showing.
I wouldn't know without looking at the site.
Oh, okay, I didn't.
But he's already had someone who has experience in estimating it, so,
I
Well,
can give you dimensions if that
You
would
see
help.
the picture?
How I came up with this number.
Oh, okay, so, that's right, you can't tell the depth
Right.
from this, that's a good point, yeah. that's right.
1,800 yards of fill is a good amount of fill.
Yeah, that's a lot.
At the deepest point, it's over my head, so 6 feet at the deepest point.
Yeah, that sounds
How many
about right.
filled in a day?
So it's about 100 by 100 by 5 feet deep on average. And then obviously it's divided by 27 to get the cubic yards. And that's kind of what I came up with.
Yeah, that's good, you're gonna have quite a few truckloads coming.
Oh, for sure, yeah, yep, yeah, definitely.
Your dad have some equipment to move this all around?
We'd have to rent on top of that, but that was part of why Webster wasn't at the top of the list right away, because Rochelle was the first one to say, oh, who's gonna move it? We'd offer, if you let us dump, we'll move it for you, so.
Nice.
No, that definitely helps, definitely.
Yes,
I
it
know,
does.
I know it gets expensive and cost-wise, but that's definitely the number one.
Should probably notify your neighbors.
Yeah, I actually already did, and then obviously I told them we are having a board meeting about it, so if there's anything that they both would like to say or have questions about. We all think, actually my two neighbors next to me think they would actually benefit both of them as far as their drainage, so. So I think that-
Does water collect in there during the wet season?
Absolutely, yeah, right in the bottom of my yard, and then as it goes, it actually goes over to the east, and, no, it goes to the west over my, Mr. Anderson's driveway. So his driveway goes pretty, about 200 yards back.
When this is filled, will the runoff from it have an effect on either of the neighbors? Josh, has anybody inspected this?
Yes.
Okay.
Morgan's been out there
Okay.
as well as Joe Birch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm basically just changing the flow of water from, I guess, east to west to south to north,
Okay.
I guess. Which there's already a culvert that goes underneath Mr. Anderson's driveway where I'm directing the water towards.
Okay.
So,
I'm good.
I have a question, I mean, the law of the land as it is right now is that the town board is the one that approves these. Why is that? That's it, there you go, I mean, all right, I mean, that's the law, that's the code.
Yes, that's our
That's
code.
what we're here to do. And just, you
I
know,
think that preceded every one of us here, right?
1978.
Always- Yeah,
1978. It preceded us being on the board, it didn't precede us living.
no,
Pretty close, 43 years. Yeah.
well, depends on
Okay.
what you're talking.
I just, and I asked that because obviously a lot of permits and stuff, is there any other type of permit in town that the board approves?
Well, the idea of having a fill permit was probably originates from somebody improperly filling land that had an adverse effect on their neighbors. So at some point, it was developed that from now on, you're going to have a fill permit.
That makes sense, that makes
I think we
sense.
should talk about that during the workshop at some point.
Yeah, and I don't want to, it's getting late, I just,
Yeah, second, thanks, gentlemen.
I was,
Yeah.
as long as we're all being inquisitive tonight, right? All right, well, I make a motion to approve the issuance of a fill permit for 1210 Wall Road.
Second.
Supervisor Terry?
Aye.
Councilman Abbott?
Aye.
Councilman Dean?
Aye.
Councilman Cahill?
Aye.
James, thanks.